Sound of Humanity production sits at the intersection of filmmaking, music, and social impact. Art with Purpose. My name is Dr. Lisa Whaley. The National Association of Mental Health designated May as Mental Health Awareness Month in 1994. Today, our growing understanding of different forms of interventions brings us to examine, animation and how its influence can change the trajectory of cultural perceptions and stigmas of mental health. The connection between animation and mental health interventions is perceived because there's certain things that animation can bring, which is a reduction in the cognitive load of what we're seeing, what we're experiencing, and how we can process what's going on within ourselves and how we can see what's going on the screen. And thinking about that, the emotional reflection, how we can take apart experiences such as trauma or grief and transfer that into a less threatening viewpoint. Increasing the ability to retain what we're experiencing is a highlight, and these key areas of animation, in essence, is dual coding, but thinking about that in a less technical term. Our brain processes what experiences we're having and the emotions of that, less threatening, more learning, more absorbing, and less intimidation, and bringing us to a point where we can reduce the internal conflict and create, more ways to absorb what's going on in a real way. Animation is a powerhouse. However, professional help is required at times, and we highly recommend that. But long-term connections and clinical perceptions often shape how the broader conversation around mental health is heading. And a strategy with this included in all interventions seems to be going in this direction. At Sound of Humanity Music Project, our mission is to use music, film, and art as tools for social impact. We believe that every organization has a story worth telling, and that these stories have the power to inspire action, foster connection, and drive meaningful social change.